work, got ready at work. They had no patience, and then I went straight to go hang out with my parents and the friends at the restaurants tonight. We got a little tipsy. Don't worry, I'm good to drive though, because I had my coffee or whatever. What a very fun, interesting night I had with my parents and the friends and everybody's together. It was really, really fun tonight, I had to say. I really need this because, like, in between everything, I'm like busy. I'm running around. How do I get out of here? Let's see. I gotta get out. I'm a little tipsy, but I'm good to drive. Take my time driving. I'm not rushing nowhere. I'm gonna put on a little musica. Music. Go ahead. You can go past me. But oh man, what a fun night we had. I had about 2 glasses of wine. I had our glass of Merlot. I had a 6 ounce. I didn't have a full glass. 6 ounce Merlot, 6 ounce Cabernet wine, and then I had a sangria, just a freestyle kind of sangria because they just kind of made it with their own ingredients. And it was pretty good. Very, very fun night. My mother had 1 glass of red wine, and my father, oh man, he drinks a lot. He didn't have any wine. He had some other stuff. He had Baileys and some other thing. I don't know what stuff he had, but I was like, me, I'm good for the night with just the drinks I had. After the 3rd drink, I said no more because I don't like getting drunk. I don't like to get drunk. I don't mind getting tipsy, like having a little nice tipsy feel and like how I feel now. But once I start feeling like that feeling of drunkenness, I don't like that. I don't like. I feel good about it. So I don't like to do that. But I do feel a bit tipsy. I'm able to see straight, so you don't have to worry. But I had a really, really, really fun night with my parents and the friends and everybody. It was just a very fun night. And then tomorrow's going to be another busy day because tomorrow, as soon as I get up, I'm going to be busy. I'm going to have the little one after I do my work in the morning time. I'm taking him to his game. And then after that, I'm supposed to have, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow night. I have to see, make sure I have nothing going on tomorrow night. And if I don't, that'd be awesome because I really need some time in the house to get things done in the house. We just were laughing the whole night. I've just been giggling all night long with my parents and everybody. We're making so many jokes. Oh gosh. Oh, not all. We weren't behaving in some way. We were making some naughty jokes. It was funny. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Let me put some music on. But it was fun. And there was a girl that was there. She was really sweet. I thought she was my age, and she looked really, really young. I couldn't believe how old she was. And I told her, whatever you're doing, keep up with it. I say, heck, I want to look like that in 10 years from now. But needless to say, I had a good time. Let me go ahead and put this on. I'll put the AC on a little bit because I'm a little hot. I want to make sure I don't miss my road here. All right, 35. Go down this way. I do plan on sometime next week because next week I won't be having any work. I won't be working on the weekends. At least right now, everything seems to be okay. There is no work on my schedule on the second job. I'm not picking no one up. I mean, the kids, at least right now, I'm not picking up the kids. So I mean, so far my weekend is still free next weekend. So I was thinking about maybe having like a get together with EQ and some of my cool peeps that I haven't gotten together in a while. Let's see which road this is. I want to make sure I'm not missing my road, so I don't want to miss my road that I gotta go down on. All right, then it's not this one; it's the next one down, I think. I don't want to. I want to definitely get together with my my peeps, my cool peeps here on YouTube, and get together, maybe watch some documentaries or some movies and catch up and talk and everything. Because I don't really do too much YouTube streaming like that anymore like I used to. Like streaming on here but when I say streaming, I mean like the live feeds, like live chats. And I've already said why I don't do that anymore, because of, drama. I don't, a lot of people come onto what I, at least from my own observation over the years, people come into your room or the chat room, and they at first they're behaving, and then they get comfortable around you, and then they want to misbehave, and I don't like that. I don't like people misbehaving. So, and deciding, well, let me start some drama. So a lot of times I don't really do too much live feeds anymore with the chat rooms. I may do in another couple of weeks. I don't know, depending on how I feel. But what I've been doing is like once every month or every 2 months, I do like a live chat to make sure people don't get too comfortable. Because let's just face it, human nature is like this. You get comfortable around people, and then you unleash. Then you start feeling like, let me start doing things that I know I'm not supposed to do. So, I don't like that. I a lot of times I get a little like funny about that. And that's not every person, you know what I mean? Like, there's people who get comfortable. When they get comfortable around you, still respect you, and they still don't bring drama to you. But then there's some people that get comfortable, and then they bring drama and problems to you, and that's not something that I really want. So in general, when I stream now, I just keep the chat room going, but I just go on, I talk. Like I said, this is something I like to do. I like to use this time to talk about the Lord, and I like to use this time to also do my hobbies and talk about life, and catch people up on what I'm doing. I like to relate to people on a lot of things when it comes to life situations and struggles and things that maybe you're curious about. I like to share those things, But when people come on and they gather together and all they want to do is talk about other people and gossip about other people, and he said, she said, and oh, well, he did this to me and they did that to me, and blah, blah, blah. Whose road is this? I don't want to go. I just not the road I want to go down on. I want to go on Cruiser. Yeah, let me go down a little further more. When people, if that's all people gather together for is just to talk about other people, then I don't want to hang out with people. I don't want to hang with people if that's all they want to do is talk bad about somebody and say nasty things about somebody else's life and say stuff about people and look what she did and oh, look what he did. And I don't want to get together with people to gossip about people. If that's what people want to do, then I'd rather not have a chat room. I want to get together with people because I want to talk about life. Well, number one, I always like to talk about God. I like to talk about our flaws too as human beings, because at the end of the day, we're not perfect people. So there are things that we have to work on as people. Even myself, we all have flaws and issues and weaknesses and strengths about ourselves. And see, I like those kind of conversations. When I talk to people, those are the things I like to talk about. I like to talk about things that encourage people. I like to talk about things when it comes to our inner beauty, like when it comes to our inner self, not so much what goes on in the outside of our body. What I mean by that is like our inner selves, our inner person. What are some of our insecurities? What are things that we doubt about? And then what are things that we really have strengths in? And this is that way we can relate on a lot of stuff. We can talk about a lot of things. What are ways that we can uplift each other? Because sometimes we feel so alone in our world and the struggles that we're going in, and we feel like we're the only person going through it. And we're like, maybe I'm the only person that has social anxiety. Maybe I'm the only person that deals with these problems. Maybe I'm the only person that's in a marriage where I feel like, I'm alone, or like, we have so much toxicity. But the truth is that everybody's marriage has that. or everybody has somewhere in their life where they feel like something is missing, or they feel like they have an insecurity somewhere, or they have some kind of issue somewhere. But then you got a lot of people that they spend so much time gossiping and talking about others that they have no time to evaluate that, you know. You know, and I like the idea of encouraging each other instead of putting other people down. I like the idea of encouraging each other. Oh, how about I go down this road? Maybe I can go down here. I can go down this way. I'm gonna take a right here. Before I play the music, I figured it's something I share. And this is just something that I think about a lot. You know, because you know, we all have struggles, insecurities, fears, anxieties. You know, we worry about certain things or stuff that maybe we struggle from within. We feel like we're so alone in it. And people make you feel alone in it because they, you know, they got so much to say about you, or they come at you about certain things, but they don't understand anything you're going through, you know? Or they got so much to talk about, they gossip about people, and they make themselves look like they're so great and they're so prideful. And they got so much to say about other people's lives, and to the point where you feel like, oh, I could never talk about certain things with myself. You know, I can never share some of my struggles with certain people, or, you know, you just feel so let down, like so down because you just feel so like lonely in your struggles. But the truth is, everybody got struggles. Then you got people that are so prideful. They don't, they act as if like they're holier than thou, you know? And, or they're so stuck on talking about somebody else's life and problems that they avoid theirs, and they come off as if like they got none, or they come off as if like they don't got any kind of issues, or their ass don't stink, pretty much kind of mentality. they don't take a shit at night like everybody else. You know. Oh, boys, forgive me, I'm a little tipsy right now. I'm letting my mind wander off a bit as I'm driving. But that's, you know, it's part of the reason I don't like to do chat rooms anymore, because when I come on the chat rooms, I don't see nothing beneficial out of it anymore. I don't see anything beneficial out of it. I just see people come together to roast people, to put people down, and you don't know what's going on in somebody else's life and what they may be going through. And it's like, you know, I get that people do things that may be wrong, or stuff that may be offensive to others, and maybe you feel like, oh, they're doing this and that, but gossiping about them is not a way to handle the problem. It ain't going to help them. It's not going to change nothing. It's not going to change that person. It's just going to make more problems, more drama. There will be no change. And sadly, a lot of the people that complain about others do the same exact shit that they complain about. And that's something that I also realized in a lot of the chat rooms. You know, when people do complain about things, they do the same exact shit and don't even realize it. They do the same exact crap. Let me get into this lane here. I want to go south. Yes, I want to get into my lane. Yes, I need to go home. All right. Entering a busy road here, but it's nighttime, so it's good. It's more busier during the day. So that's something I observed with people. You know, people get together, and most of the time they're talking about nonsense or things that, you know, you can't relate to. This person behind me is like driving pretty fast. Get in the other lane. Don't be driving behind me. Shoot. They just do this all the time. So it's like, and let's say, you know, like me, I already said I wanted to talk more about God and about the Lord. I wanted to spend more time dedicating my channel and time to the Lord, you know, speaking about God, because it's really important about our purpose in the Lord. And let's say I have a chat room. I can guarantee you, if I had a chat room like all the time, I can guarantee you that there will be people that will come in there and try to change the subject and bring it about something else, or they'll make it into a debate, or they'll sit there and start fighting with people, or somebody comes there and they're looking for God in their life, and they're talking about some of their life experiences, and the things that they've struggled with. And somebody comes in and criticizes, well, you're the problem, blah, blah. You know what I mean? People, like, instead of them listening to someone, they're going to want to criticize. And I understand criticism, people are going to criticize you. I get that. But there's there's a time and place for everything. And when people are going through stuff, that's not a time to criticize. That's a time to listen and understand people. Some people may even come out in anger. You know what, this is something I learned. Some people will come to you in anger because they're truly looking for help. It's truly a cry for help. So maybe they're coming at you and they're upset and they're mad, but really it's a cry for help because they're afraid to ask you for help, or they're afraid to ask for help. So instead of asking you directly, they may come and lash out on you about their feelings and emotions and what they're going through, and they feel like this, and I feel like the world hates me, and I feel like people attacking me. And you have to tell them, like, look, the world don't revolve around you, but at the same time, you want to be there to I guess, to talk to them and help them out in a bit, because it's really a cry for help in some kind of way. For some people, not everybody. I was watching this video and I shared it on my my community tab, like, way back ago. I think it was like a year or so ago, and there was this white guy that was a black Christian guy, David Lynn. I remember, yeah. And this white guy came, and he seemed like he was so much hate in his heart, so much hatred. And I forgot what it was about him that he just had so much hatred in his heart. I don't know if he was racist. I don't know if he had a hate sign him. I forgot what it was. But he had so much hatred in his heart. And the Christian black guy asked him, you know, what's he's like, what's wrong? Instead of him yelling and angry and throwing hatred back at him, he asked him, like, you know, under the lines, like, what's wrong? What is it that's making you feel this way? And I think somewhere down the line in the video, the guy broke down. He started crying, and he says, here, he gave him a hug. And all that made a big difference in how that man's attitude changed. Sometimes what people need is love. They don't need you to throw hate back at them. Because even if they're hating you, sometimes it's a cry for help when they're throwing hatred at you. It just means that they're crying for help. They don't know how to express themselves. Maybe that's all they know sometimes. You know, so I saw that really hit me. That really hit me. And there was another video I remember. There was a man, a Christian black man, but it was a black man. It was a black woman. And there was another one with a black man. I just remember, it was a black man. And it was two instances where there was two, they were racist, and they were part of some, like, Nazi thing, and they had the symbols on their arms or on their body. And they were just so much hatred, just in pride of it, right? Well, needless to say, people start attacking the guy, the first one with the woman. And they started, like, attacking him violently and throwing stuff at him. Like, you know, like, everybody tells you, go attack him. He hates black people. He hates Spanish. He hates this and that, right? And see, what seems right to a man leads to the end of destruction. See, hate for hate is never going to solve nothing. So, and I'm not saying that show love to somebody is going to work for everybody where they're going to change their life. You know what I mean? It depends on the person. But this person here, right? One black woman out of the whole crowd of people decided to take a stand and say, no, we're not going to give hate for hate. We're just not doing that. She stands and says, stop hitting, stop doing this to this guy. You know, she stands up for him, right? That all the he changed around. He saw for once in love. I'm sure maybe his parents were in his life to show him love, or maybe they weren't. I don't know. But he saw something. That woman's actions changed his life, and he never was racist again. I think that after they became good friends, and it opened his mind to other perspectives in life. Same thing with the black guy. There was a white man with a Nazi symbol and people throwing hatred at him, wanting to get violent and stuff. He's like, yeah, let's just hurt this guy. Well, the one black man had courage, decided, I'm not going to act like that, but it's not. And he went over and he says, "What, man, why you hate me?" And he holds his hands out to give him a hug. And he hugs him. He forcibly goes onto him and hugs him, right? That changed that man's life. That man, a racist man that was racist, it changed his life around. And see, that's why, like, it's important, like, that we shouldn't, like, that gets me thinking we shouldn't throw. It states about loving your enemies. Don't hate your enemies. It's not easy, but it's a beautiful feeling to overcome hate with love. You know, the Lord says inside of the Word of God, what reward is it if you give love, right? There's something in the Bible where it says what is how rewarding that is, right? If you go and you love somebody that loves you back, but and that's great, but it's a great feeling, right, when you love your enemies. You're not asking for nothing in return, you're just loving them. And you don't have to love them nearby, you can love them from a distance. But let me tell you, those videos I saw shows how love works. All right, that shows that love can open up a person's heart. It could change around people real quickly. I bet you that those people that were like that never had loving parents and loving people around their life. They never probably knew what love was until that day when their enemy came and hugged them. All right, I know a person in my real life, and I can't say who it is, but they're a person that I know in my real life, because I don't like to, some things are personal and I don't like to mention names. But this person years ago was driving on the road, and there was a person that stopped on the side of the road. They broke down. I don't know if they didn't have gas in their car. Needless to say, the person was a white man. The person that stopped by that I know is a black man. And they stopped by and they went to go help the guy, and the guy was looking at them like strange, like, what's this person helping me out for, right? Well, come to find the guy had like a lot of hate signs around him. I think he even had the tattoos of the hate symbol and everything like that, right? Now, most people say, kick his ass, beat him up, blah, blah, blah. But see, we don't want to do things based on our feelings and emotions, because see, that's not the right way to go about things, you know? So, needless to say, although that white man had all these hate symbols and, you know, the swastika signs and, you know, all, you name it all, right? That black man I know did not let that affect him for being the loving, showing the love that he has in his heart. So he helped him out. He put gas in his car. And you talking, this is years ago. This is before 2000s, okay? Puts the gas in their car. And the white guy is shocked because he couldn't believe that after this black man saw all these hate symbols around him, that he would still help him out. Guess what? Every white person drove past him and probably didn't even help him out. But this one black man, his own enemy, came to help him out. Lend him a hand and was his own neighbor. And so, did that black man ask for money in return? No. He went and put it in his car. He says, here you go. The car started. And the guy felt so bad. He says, wait, I can't do this. Here, let me pay you. He says, no. It's not. He's like, I put this in your car. You're good. He's getting ready to go back in his car. And the guy's like, I feel so bad. He felt so bad. You know, and he was like, no, even though we're enemies, I'm gonna look out for you, you know. And he thought he was an angel, but of course he wasn't. There are real angels, and I was thinking about doing a stream about this. There is the angels of God, but you know, there's also the children of God, and God's Spirit, Holy Spirit, works through His children. So He showed him love that day, and that man changed that man's life around. So sometimes you don't know, it's just the smallest, kindest acts of love can change somebody's life around. Even at my job where I work at, there's so many different people. Although I work in the gastro industry, the butt doctor's office, I call it. You got a lot of people in there coming depressed. You talk to different people. They got so much stuff going on in their life. We've heard so many crazy stories. And, although we're not a psychiatrist, sometimes, you know what I mean? You're there to talk to people and hear them out what's going on. So people come around and they're like, I had something happen in my life, and I know I work with my coworker Jen. She's awesome. She's a Christian like me. A child of God, and she told this woman some advice that made this woman so happy. She wanted a hug, and she brought some stuff in, some gifts or whatever, because she just felt. I think she just felt so happy after just knowing that somebody was there just to listen to her. And one of the things I think that she told her was that she felt criticized by people that she cared about. So sometimes what people don't need is drama, bashing. Even if they're coming at you with strife and anger and problems, they don't need to be gossiped about. You know what we need to do? Even myself, I need to practice more of it, is praying for others, even my enemies. Because people don't need hatred. That's not going to help them in their situation. It's not going to make nothing change. I can promise you that. It'll just make things 10 times worse, and nothing good will come out of it. So that's what I think about a lot when I have these chat rooms, and if I have a chat room, I want a good experience out of my time with people. I don't want a negative experience. And number one, I want to spread the word of God. That's just it. And I want people to understand that I'm still learning too, that I am human. I do make mistakes, and I do make bad choices, and I am not perfect. I'm not a Christian because I'm a good person, because I'm going to church or I'm this good. I'm not. It's through the grace of Jesus who saves me. And it's him who's going to discipline me and make me do all the right things. Not all the right things, but all the right in the sense of my walk and what I need to be doing. My duty, because I'm weak as a person. I'm weak in the flesh. I have struggles. I have temptations. I have things that go on in my mind that I shouldn't be thinking about. And God is who pushes me to do what I need to do. And if there's something that I need to be checked on, God is going to check me. He is definitely going to check me. So I don't ever want to come on this stream, on these videos, and ever come off as a holier thou or some religious Christian walking around acting like I'm a good person. I am not a good person. I struggle with sin every day. And some of the people that God had chosen in the Bible, which I want to read, I was reading earlier about David, and how David, one of his servants, he was a man whose heart was after God. You saw the things he did? He's just one person, But he chose people that people looked down on. People was like, what? He chose him? So, you know what I mean? But God is no respecter of persons. He'll choose who he chooses and asks them to do what he asks them to do. That is it. I know I was supposed to play music a minute ago, but I got so deep in this conversation. And the Lord is good. He's merciful. He's been good to me, because I don't deserve it. I'm just thankful for his mercy and his grace, for eternal salvation, for faith, for him giving me a chance to have a chance and purpose to serve him. And, because without God, I wouldn't have anything in my life to live for. And that's the truth. Everything here is vain. And you just imagine going in the grave and not knowing your purpose and just dying. This is it. That's just horrible. But knowing who the Lord is, I am just thankful and happy to have my purpose in him. And that's I had something I had going on in my mind today, but I didn't know if it was something I should talk about or not. Maybe another night. But Oh boy. Maybe in a little while, maybe I'll bring it up. I don't know. It's just something on my mind. But I figure it's something I share. When I do have chat rooms, that's what I want. For number one, I want to talk about God. And when I get together with people, I want to allow my light to shine so that they can honor their Father in heaven, because that's what the Word of God says. And to love others, including my enemies. And when I say love, I don't mean sitting there tolerating people disrespecting you. I'm not saying you need to be best friends with somebody. No, but I'm saying loving them far, wishing them well. If you do come across an enemy of yours, or I come across an enemy of mine that I am not too fond of, I still want to be respectful and to show them love from a distance. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, who knows what's going on in somebody's personal life? And I don't want to waste time thinking on negativity and things that's going on, that negativity in the past and stuff that we cannot change. You know what I mean? I want to think about positive things. Number one, I want to talk about God with them. I want to tell them, hey, about the Lord and about our purpose and, and bringing light to others, So that's something that I would want. That's what I want to do. And, who knows what's going on in somebody else's life? I mean, let's say tomorrow's their last day. You sat there hating them, wasting your time hating on them and throwing hatred on them and being mean to them, talking, gossiping about them. You let people gossip about them on your channel, even if you didn't have a problem, right? And you sat there and let them talk shit about somebody else. And then that person dies tomorrow. You know how horrible that would be? Do you know how horrible that would be? I don't think I can forgive myself for that. I think I won't be able to sleep at night after that. That would just be something that I would not be able to sleep well on, because there's a part in the Bible that says don't go to bed angry. There's something like that in the Bible, and I would like to read that scripture one day. But I don't want to go to bed angry at anybody. I don't want to go to bed angry with resentment in my heart towards anybody. And I don't want to go to bed encouraging or allowing someone to throw hate at someone online. And I just allowed it, and then next thing you know, they're dead the next day. And I didn't get a chance to talk to them about God. I didn't tell them about the Lord and their purpose. That's not something that I want to do. That's something I think I would just have a hard time sleeping on. I can't sleep in it. And life is short. I think a lot about a online friend of mine's back before. His name was RJ. Oh, RG, but I call him RJ all the time. And we used to talk all the time about music and things like that, right? And for the most part, we were pretty cool. We talked a lot about old school music. And there was a time I remember I used to go on this channel, this stream, right? And I won't mention the person's name. But I used to go on there, and there was a lot, it was a lot of people coming there for all the wrong reasons. And you have a lot of people that come there because they really wanted to come in. And, a lot of drama off and on. And then there was other things too that I won't mention on here. But needless to say, regardless of what happened on there, and maybe one day I was mad at him and I was upset with him and I blocked him. I unblocked him and I talked to him, and everything ended off pretty well with me and him in a sense of friendship. We always joked around all the time. And he died about I think over 2 years ago. But see how fast time flies? That's how fast time flies, and that's how fast life takes you. Life takes you that quick. And he ain't the only friend that I've lost, or person I know that I've lost in my life, or people I know have passed away. But that's how quick things take you. And you know what I mean? You could sit there yelling and arguing with somebody, next day they're gone. That's it. You never had a chance to say goodbye. You never had a chance to just say, hey, thank you for the time that you had, whatever. Oh no, it is just I was angry, I was gossiping about them, and now tomorrow they're gone. That's it. See how quick? See how sad that is? And you never talked about God. The last thing you showed them was hatred. No, I don't want to be that person. I do not want to do that. So, you know, I'm glad that, of course, I never ended off on bad terms with that person. I mean, of course, they apologized for their behavior with me, and they never did it again. They were respectful, but sadly, that person passed. And you know, the other day I was listening to some music, and I thought of that my friend RJ. Oh my gosh, I started laughing because I started thinking about all the times you talk about all the old school music and stuff, and we used to joke around, used to misbehave in the chat room. Nothing serious, you know, but people, I'm sure that were there probably thought we were serious because that's how idiotic people can be. But it was funny. And we used to talk about all the old school stuff, all the old school music and days, and we used to bring up all the old school songs. I'll never forget that. I cried so hard. I didn't want to cry hard on live stream, but behind closed doors, I just cried hard one night hearing that he passed. I couldn't believe it. I had to go onto his obituary and give my condolences to his whole family. It was sad. It was a sad thing. And you know, the thing that was running through my head the whole time wasn't, how much years could we had talked and been friends? You know, that's it. That's honestly what I was hoping. That's the scariest thing, is dying and not knowing your purpose. I hope, because I think about all the times we hanged out. Did we talk about God enough? Did we talk about our salvation enough? You know, we talked about music, we talked about everything else, but did I talk about that enough? You know? So that's something that ran through my head that night when I cried. I said, I hope he's with God. I hope he's with Jesus, with the Lord. I hope he truly believed on him as a savior and truly was sealed in him. That's what ran through my head. And that's how fast life took him, like that. So that's the thing that ran through my head that whole time. Now imagine if I was in midi with him and I was hating on him and gossiping, and I let people gossip about him tomorrow, and then I said he passed away. That would have been even much worse. So, you know, that's not what I want. When I have a live feed, I don't want to see hatred. I don't want to see people coming on here gossiping about somebody else. I don't even want you gossiping about my own enemy. That's not what I don't wish to see. Harm on people that are my enemies. I wish to see good things in their life and change. Love in their lives. You know, number one, of course, God. If they don't have God in their life, you know, that's always number one. And that's part of that's the thing that I try to stay away from is that kind of stuff. So that's, you know, so I've been keeping this, you know, the chat room off because of that reason, because I just noticed people want to come around to bring strife, and that's not what I'm about. I don't want to ever be about that. But I'm enjoying these chat rooms with these streams without the chat rooms. You know, I feel like I have less distractions, and had a really good night. So I'm now, let me put the music on. I've been yapping on. And I got like 10 minutes before I get home, so we're gonna put some oldies on. Here, let's get over down to some oldies here. Let's see. Hear someone talking. Classic rock. Well, let's see what's on the old funky oldies, soul, R&B and soul music first. Special kind of love. Just don't ever change. 'Cause I'm so into you. And you know what feels good. Know that you're by my side. It feels good. Know that you're there for me. It feels good. Know that you're everything around. It feels good. Know you love me, show me. Got the remix going on here.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What's that song you play?
Most ladies, the mellow, quite a nice. Most ladies, the mellow, quite a nice fellow. Met 3T, hit a rhyme acapella. They had the rhythm and I had the rhyme. So then I hit it that one more time. It worked out and then they worked it in. Tony has done it again.
Yeah, we coming back at you again. Big. I know about it now. It feels real good to y'all out there. Y'all remember that before from the old days. But we're gonna do it to you one more time. So we need everybody out there to learn us your funky mind. 7, 8,
Every Friday night from 9 to midnight, DJ Bedrock takes you on a classic journey during the classics.
Get around this guy.
Classics
You can only
1079.
turn it. Let's see what song is next. It's Friday night.
Check the mood, I'm looking fly. Count up the posse, jump in the line. Radio rockin', I must jam. Feel the rhythm. I'm feeling so good. Don't you know I'm just moving to my beat. I'm grooving. Just a day, it's Friday night. It's alright. Shake it all around, baby. Now I'm getting down on the floor, rocking to the beat. All right, sure looks sweet. Fine young lady, standing by. Come on, baby. We have the time. You look so good. You're moving to the beat. I'm trying to only for a party. I'm get on down. Come on, get on down now. Just gonna take the face. Friday night. Money in my pocket. The shaking all around the way you move down. Say ho. You said say ho. Ho ho. Say ho. On the floor, rockin' baby. Only can stand by, yeah. It's Friday night. There are few all around. Show you a good time. Now I'm getting down. Yeah.
You gonna have another remix song?
Hey, hey, hey. You It's Friday night.
We are locked inside the Classic Spins right here. Classics 1079, the real sound of Philadelphia. It's me, Bet Lock.
Okay, let's get over to the
Sure is going.
5.3. Let's see.
It's Friday night.
Maybe we can put some classic rock. Oh yes, Grateful Dead. I will survive.
Very, very sad news that founding member of the Grateful Dead, Phil
Oh,
Lesh,
no,
passed
Grateful
away
Dead.
today.
Man, I wish I was like heard the
So
song.
touch
from
of
the
great
beginning.
passing from him to us to you as we finish up this block here at Philadelphia's
Okay.
Classic Rock 102.9 MGK. I'm Tony Harrison. If you want to get your dibs in
Okay.
for your favorite Led Zeppelin set, we're doing Zepp sets all
Let's
for
see
the
what
month
other
of rock.
songs they got going on.
Google, we're gone.
Oh. It sounds like a sad song.
By a lousy
Let's see. Oh, here we go. I think this is the Goo Goo Girl, the Goo Goo Dolls, whatever the song.
I have it on my heart. Smile like the sun. She says forever. And
I'm here. I'm home, but I gotta party a little bit.
you lie so sweet. I bet you wanna understand. You got me crying.
Ooh.
Barracuda. Time we were flying for free. You never wanted me. Oh, no right, no wrong, sailing the song again. Whisper game, and the real thing you made a something big. You got a Ooh, Barracuda.
I'm gonna go put some soul music too in a bit. I like this part of the song here.
Don't touch that dial, Bayville. You
That
are
was good
locked
there.
onto Ultimate Classic Rock on 105.7 The Hawk.
It's a slow song. We need to get something that's real popular. Let's see. We're gonna get to. Let's
Native
see.
supervisor. Why was
Oh no, we don't want to hear the commercials. Commercials. No, I don't want to hear anything sad. I mean, I love you when you used to, but you sound making a sad song. I don't want to hear nothing
They
that
sound
sounds sad. Want something good.
E.com. Equal
No, that's what.
Corinthians. Liberty Mutual.
The usual. Damn, magic with the riddle voodoo. Magic. Courtside with a bad. Then I send it through Ubu. Go. I'm young and rich
We're
and got
gonna
some
do
booze.
some hip hop.
Not stupid, so I keep the Uzi. Records on records, got backers on backers, so my money making my back ache. You got a low act rate. We from the north, yeah, that way. Fat cookie in the ashtray. You just national smash that. Hop in the limb, have a drag race. I let them birds take a bath, babe. Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Cooking, know your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something. Hey, I don't trust nobody, grip the trigger. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. It's bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My niggas bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too.
Hold phone, dropping money out of space. Kid, cuz introduce me to your wifey, and we know she slutty. Broke a brick down, nutty, buddy, nutty. Duck it, don't move too fast, I might shoot you. Draco bad and bougie. I'm always hanging with shooters. Might be posted somewhere secluded. Still be playing with pots and pans. Call me Quavo Ratatouille. Run with that set, call me Booby. When I'm off stage, show me boobies. Ice on my neck on the coolest. How about the suicide with the ooze? I pull up, I hop out with all of the drugs and the good luck. I'm cooking, I'm whipping into a rock cut, let it lock up. I gave her 10 racks, I told her go shopping and spend it all at the pop-up. They suck and they bustin' for Instagram, get your clout up. Yeah, that way. Float on the track like a Segway. Yeah, that way. I used to trap by the subway. Yeah, that way. Young trap with the AK. Yeah, that way. Big Dyco, get it dope, Macy. Hey.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot. Cooking, know your bitch, yeah, that. Cooking up in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something. Hey, I don't trust nobody, grip the trigger. Nobody call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. It's bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My niggas bad and bullshit, bad. Cooking up with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too.
Yeah. Back to the ball. Wait, watching. I swear to God, that be my clothes. Yeah, hey, switching my flows. What? Switching my face like my clothes. Keep on shooting that gun, no reload. Ooh. Now she want on my crew. Cause the money come all out the roof. Try to rob that got no roof. Wait, what kind of Rari? 458. All of these, they hate. Try to hide you through the gate. Look, go to strip club, make it rain. Yeah, so much money, they use rates. They count 100,000 in your face. Yeah, they put 300 right in a safe. Met her today. Yeah, she talked to me like she knew me. Yeah, go to sleep in a jacuzzi, yeah. Waking up right to a two-piece,
I know the jacuzzi, yes.
Yeah, getting that chicken with blue cheese, yeah. Boy, you so fake like my collar, you snaking. I swear to God, that be that Gucci. Hey,
you know we winning. Yeah, we is not losing. Y'all play your song, it ain't move me. So y'all girl wants that she choosing. Yeah. Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot bar. Cooking on your bitch, yeah, that, yeah. Cooking up in the crock pot. We came from nothing to something. I don't trust nobody, grip the trigger. Call up the gang and they come and get gang. Cry me a river, give you a tissue. It's bad and bullshit. Cooking up with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too. My niggas is bad and bullshit. Cooking up with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. We got 30s and 100 rounds too.
Yo, what up? It's Chris Brown once again.
Oh, boy.
Man, I'm always rocking with me.
All right, let's go to the next station. We got a little hip hop, some rock and roll, some old school soul. Let's see what's the next one. Bad Bougie. Bad Bougie. I have a trick for this song, but I won't say it because it's kind of annoying. I made a joke out of that song back years ago. Let's see what this song here. All right, this sounds like a little bit more like the 2000s. .5, that's my other radio station. Another song that I really like, and I should do an alternative music night, is Lazy Eye, that band. I really like that song. Yes. And this song says, I've been waiting for a moment all my life. I like that song.
Like Jesus screaming in the jungle, complete the motion if you stop. Go ask the dust for the answers. The world I love, the tears I've tried to be part of the way can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you? The world I love, the trains I have to be part of the wave can't stop. Come and tell me when it's time to. Sweetheart is bleeding in the snow cone. So smart, she's leading me to ozone. Music, a great communicator. Use these sticks to make it.
Of course, this is not it. I'm gonna be dancing when I go upstairs too. Before I go to bed, you know.
Revelation, look your way to close of meditation. This chapter's gonna be a close one. Smoke things I know you're gonna.
I want a nice, good old school song to listen to before I go. Like a soul, like R&B soul, disco or something.
Happy when they feed you. Trade up suppliers and the key type bugs that flow the feeling in the people. I love the tears I've tried to be part of the way you can't stop. Ever wonder if it's all for you? Well, I love the trains I have to be part of the way you can't stop. Come and tell me when it's time to. Wait a minute, I'm passing out when I want to lose. Just like you. Far more shocking than anything I ever knew. How about you? 10 more reasons why I need somebody new, just like you. Far more shocking than anything I ever knew. Why don't you?
I can't wait for the next Wine Fest because the Wine Fest is very dynamic with music. That's what I like. I like dynamic. You know, I don't like to listen to just one type of thing. That's why my other username is called The Living Jukebox. Because I have to know all songs. I can't just know one genre of music. That would drive me crazy if I listen to one genre of music. I mean, of course, number one is always my disco, 1970s, and the R&B soul music. But I have to have genre of different things. Like I listen to some people, and they listen to just the same kind of music, same genre of music. That drives me crazy. I can't do that. I have to have different It has to be different. So like, okay, I listen to my oldies, but then I have to listen to some rap, I have to listen to hip hop, listen to some like Spanish salsa, then I have to listen to hard rock, even some metal. I can't just listen to alternative, even some like old school like classics.
Is more than
just a read through.
The L 104.5 Music
I even have to listen to like even some foreign music. I can't listen to just one set of Jimmy
online at FamilyJewelers.com.
and like it drives me crazy when I just listen to one thing all day. I don't like that. So this is a good song, but it's slow. I want something. This is when I'm driving and I'm cruising. Some salsa. I want an old school song that'll top it off for the night. They got a remix going on right now.
Montando el ambiente en tu trabajo. Rufa 106.1.
There we go.
High road on.
That's the Spanish station there. Oh, here we go. All right, we'll make this the last one. Oh. Got unwind Friday night.
From reaching my top, don't you give up on nothing. Keep on till you can find. Reach. You're almost there. You have gone. Set it in your mind. Reach for it. Say to yourself, this will be mine. K-E-E-P. Let's see O-N. Yes, keep on. Let's see my friend.
I gotta go upstairs and just let some energy. I gotta move these feet now. I'm gonna get up early tomorrow morning. If I can, I'll do a little Bible study stream early in the morning. Or either tomorrow night or Sunday night, whatever time I can get around to it. I gotta let the steam burn off me. I gotta let it out. I gotta let the steam out, the energy out, because I gotta get it out. I gotta move around. Not just with my top body, my legs too. Gotta do my leg moves. And the party was so loud, just how I put it out. And I wanted to go to Boogie Nights for my birthday, but I had to do a 24-hour urine test that day. So I have to figure a day to do boogie nights, dance place. You know, maybe I can get a couple of people to go with me. You don't want to go to these places by yourself. You know, but it's like a disco, like dance club, not a booty pop club where, you know, the club where you're shaking your ass to people, not like that. Or like disco dancing, which I want to go to. It's gonna be like you can have like dance floor and everything for all 70s dancing. So I gotta find a few people to go with me. So I'm looking forward to that. I may wear my hair in afro that day too. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I don't know, maybe my aunt will go because my aunt, the last time I went to a club with my aunt, that was like 2 years ago, with my aunt, my sister, and my cousins. And, you know, of course, it was like an upbeat place, dance place, just dance and stuff. You had drinks. Of course, we know not, you know, the rules of what to do and not to do. But we don't go to clubs much because, of course, it's not my lifestyle. I don't want to be doing that all the time, you know. But like for dancing and just having a good time with close friends and close families, that's fine, you know. So, I mean, my mom, I know, would definitely go to boogie nights. And my sister, she's pregnant right now, so I don't want her doing too much. And I got my coworker Jen and some people she know that probably would like to go do some disco dancing. But I love the 70s disco. That's a place that will keep me dancing all night long, doing Michael Jackson moves and everything. I'll be up all day for 4 hours to have the people dancing. I'll be up there. Okay, I'm gonna get going because I'm gonna put the music on up there and start dancing with my feet.